The night in San Antonio carried a familiar electricity, the kind that hums through the walls long before the first bell ever rings. This was home turf, sacred ground for Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, a prodigy returning to Texas with another division, another title, and another expectation draped over his shoulders. The crowd knew it. They filled the arena with chants and anticipation, flags waving, voices colliding, every seat vibrating with belief. Across the ring stood Cristian "Chicharito" Gonzalez of Mexico, undefeated, proud, and unafraid, carrying the quiet confidence of a former world champion who had never been broken. As the introductions echoed through the building, the contrast was clear. Bam, the surgical southpaw technician, calm and composed, and Gonzalez, lean, defiant, mobile, carrying himself like a man who believed movement and heart could disrupt destiny. 12 rounds were scheduled, 12 chapters waiting to be written, and from the opening bell, it was evident this would not be a reckless shootout, but a measured war of control, patience, and attrition. Bam did not rush. He never does. Instead, he advanced behind a probing jab, his feet whispering across the canvas, cutting angles, applying pressure that felt invisible but relentless. Gonzalez responded with constant motion, switching stances, circling, refusing to plant his feet, trying to deny Bam the rhythm he thrives on. The crowd roared with every clean touch, every body shot, every moment where Bam edged forward and Gonzalez slipped away. And in that opening phase, the tension was not about damage, but about dominance, about who would dictate the terms of the fight. As the early rounds unfolded, Bam's strategy revealed itself not through explosive moments, but through accumulation. He was not hunting a highlight reel knockout, he was building a slow dismantling. Each jab to the chest, each left hand sneaking into the ribs, each step that herded Gonzalez closer to the ropes served a purpose. Gonzalez, to his credit, refused to fold. He fired back with sharp counters, stabbing to the body, landing hooks that reminded everyone he was no stepping stone. His constant stance switching created moments of confusion, moments where Bam had to reset, and those brief windows allowed Gonzalez to land and score. But even in those exchanges, Bam's ring IQ shone through. He read patterns in real time, recognizing when Gonzalez's chin lifted, when his elbows dropped, when nervous energy betrayed defensive discipline. The crowd began to sense it too. Every time Bam dug to the body, Gonzalez reacted just a fraction slower. Every time Bam stepped inside, the impact sounded heavier, more authoritative. Sweat sprayed, breaths grew sharper, and the body shots started to echo louder than the cheers. Gonzalez complained of low blows, grimaced after exchanges, but kept moving, kept fighting, determined to prove he belonged on this stage. These were competitive rounds, tense and tactical, where Gonzalez earned respect, and Bam quietly stacked control, round by round, inch by inch, like a champion who understood that breaking a fighter often takes longer than knocking him down. By the middle rounds, the fight settled into a familiar but punishing rhythm. Bam Rodriguez stalked with intent, his southpaw left hand repeatedly finding its way home, upstairs and downstairs, forcing Gonzalez to work harder simply to survive each minute. Gonzalez had moments, sharp right hands, well-timed hooks, flashes of the champion he once was, but the effort required to generate those moments was draining him. His movement slowed just enough for Bam to capitalize, cutting off the ring, trapping him near the ropes, and unloading combinations that thudded into the body with cruel precision. The crowd urged Bam forward, sensing the shift, craving a finish, but Bam remained disciplined, refusing to abandon structure for emotion. Gonzalez's toughness became the story of these rounds. He absorbed punishment, fired back when hurt, and showed no fear, even as his technique began to fray. His chin stayed high, his feet grew heavier, and each body shot seemed to take something away he could not get back. Bam, meanwhile, looked composed, breathing steady, eyes locked in, understanding that dominance does not always look dramatic, but feels inevitable. This was no longer a question of if Bam was winning, but how far Gonzalez could push himself before the pressure became overwhelming. As the championship rounds approached, the narrative shifted from competition to endurance. Gonzalez continued to circle, continued to switch stances, but the sharpness was gone. Bam's punches landed with greater consistency, his jabs snapping heads back, his left hand digging deep, almost lifting Gonzalez off his feet at times. The arena buzzed with anticipation, every clean connection drawing a roar, every missed opportunity a collective gasp. There were moments where it looked like the finish might come, a stiff jab that buckled Gonzalez's knees, a sequence that forced him to grab the ropes. But Gonzalez refused to collapse. He fought with pride, with survival instinct, determined to hear the final bell, even if victory had slipped away. Bam's corner urged patience, bodywork, smart pressure, and Bam listened. He never chased recklessly, never exposed himself to unnecessary risk, choosing instead to dominate the space, the tempo, and the scoring. Gonzalez had flashes of defiance, landing a clean hook here, a sharp jab there, reminding everyone why he was undefeated coming in, but the control remained firmly in Bam's hands. This was a lesson in maturity, in championship composure. A young fighter proving he could go 12 hard rounds without losing focus or identity. When the final bell rang, both men stood, marked and exhausted, the respect between them unmistakable. Gonzalez had given everything he had, heart, movement, toughness, but it was not enough to derail the hometown hero. As the judges' scorecards were read, the crowd held its breath only for formality's sake. The decision was clear, unanimous, and deserved. Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez was declared the winner, his hand raised amid thunderous applause. Another world title secured, another chapter added to a rapidly growing legacy. The moment was not just about victory, but validation. Validation of discipline over recklessness, of intelligence over impulse, of patience over haste. Gonzalez earned admiration for his courage and resilience, proving he belonged among the elite, even in defeat. Bam earned something more enduring, the confirmation that he is not just a rising star, but a complete fighter, capable of controlling, breaking down, and outclassing a proud, undefeated champion over 12 demanding rounds. In San Antonio, under the bright lights and the weight of expectation, Bam Rodriguez did not merely win a fight. He delivered a statement that his era is not coming, it has already arrived.